Welcome back to the channel. This is Twins and Things. I'm your host, Abstract, and this is a little series I want to call Abstract Talks. As you see, I've brought the same energy I do for the Kevin videos to these type of videos because I want to look very presentable when I'm talking to you guys, just in case there are some young men who pick this up. When you get on camera, look nice. I'm not fully shaven, but I'm clean, you know what I mean? So yeah, they say time tells no lies, but this watch doesn't tell time. Forget about it, right? Got the ankh on, beads, earring, jewelry. We looking nice. So yeah. Today's video topic is going to be very fun. It's going to be very special. And I'm excited to share it with you guys because we're in 2024 now. We're in 2024 and that means something. It means something very important. With the new year, we as men get a new list of demands that we get to make to women. So while all you guys were watching the ball drop, we metaphorically saw women drop the ball all of 2023. Bars, hold on to that. We saw women drop the ball. So while you guys were partying, I was meeting with the Council of Men in Mount Vernon, Walpurgis, wherever you have it. We was meeting with the Council of Men, and we formally came up with a list of demands that we had for 2024. I would like to share those demands with you guys. That okay? Cool. So, without further ado, these are our demands. Number 1, dinner before 8 and sex before 11. A man should never go to bed with an empty stomach, and he should always go to bed with an empty nutsack. Or let me say it like this. He should go to bed with a full belly and an empty nutsack. That's a better way to say it. So that's number 1. Feed us and make sure we're good. Feed us and make sure we're good. Because the trickle down effect of number 2 not being taken care of literally affects the entire world that we interact with, right? I don't get my, you know, I might kick the dog on my way out. I might buy a coffee, not pay for it, drink that and leave, right? Bob is a nice guy. Bob brings bagels every morning. I might curse Bob out because I ain't get taken care of. So that's number 1, ladies, and it's a bare minimum thing, but I've been hearing it's not happening as much as it should be happening. That's number 1. Okay, so take care of your man. Feed dinner before 8, sex before 11. The whole world will pay if we are not taken care of. That's how it works, right? Number 2, women doing OnlyFans will give no less than 30% of their earnings to their man. I said it. Women doing OnlyFans will give 30% to their man, no less. And this is for protection. We all just saw what happened with Rubi Rose. She had a legit stalker. He's tried to since recount that, you know, he's on some weird stuff, but we don't know. He was doing some weird stuff. Tattoos, pictures, bodies, had her number, all this weird stuff. So this is for protection, number 1, because your man's going to be with you. You don't have security. You're not Beyonce. Your man's going to be with you. If someone recognizes you, some harm may come. He has to step up. Bam. So he should be paid for his services as far as protection, number 1. Number 2, this is for emotional instability. This is for the emotional instability that comes with dating someone of that career or profession. Understand, we as men, as much as it may be hidden or covered up, we do have egos, and don't let anyone lie to you. We have fragile egos. Some of us do. So while he's with you, he may be getting bombarded from friends, family, co-workers, the whole works about what you do online as his woman for the whole world to see, right? So we need to be compensated for that starting 2024. We need to be compensated for the emotional instability that is caused by OnlyFans women that date men, especially if he's a regular guy too. So yeah, there's that. And this is for security reasons. This is for security reasons. When you do OnlyFans or when you do a profession like this, there's a lot of opportunity for you, not so much for your man. And we know how women are very fickle. There's hypergamy. You date up, across, but never down really. So when you get to a level that is higher than the man that started with you, he's been the one pretty much holding you down this whole time. And let's say you get picked up by, you get discovered by LeBron James. You get flown out by Elon Musk, Tiger Woods. I don't know, right? He is going to be kicked to the side. He's going to be put on the back burner. He needs some security from the time he needs to be compensated for this. This is not fair. It's not right, and we will not stand for it. These are demands. 2024, these are demands. Let me get some water, man. You may land a 2-year contract with OnlyFans. We don't know. So the very least that can happen is he be compensated for the time he spent with you while you're going off and doing bigger and better things, right? Now, this one is one that even the men that like really like this all agreed unanimously on. No more BBLs. We don't like them as much as you think we do, and we would prefer the natural you over a BBL any day. We don't want Barbie, let alone BBL version Barbie, modern woman Barbie 2024. We don't want BBLs, we don't want Barbie. That's going to be another topic that we cover too, Barbie. Not this one, but next one, probably. So yeah, the BBL is, and I saw a video that a guy, he was talking about it. The BBL is literally a car you get for a joyride. I'm using a metaphor here, right? Women aren't vehicles, but this is how we look at it. It looks good. It looks fun. It looks like it could do a lot. Is that the car that I want to put my family in? Does that car represent me? Does that car do me justice or service? These are all the things that we look at when we see women getting these enhancements and stuff like that. First off, we already know it's not real. That's already a turnoff. Secondly, you got the eyelashes, the nails, and the full makeup to boot, which is also not that attractive. It's for a certain class of person and a certain class of people that enjoy that, but it's not what men want. Please listen to this. It's not what men want. We prefer the natural you, the natural look, the natural hair. That is what we like. That is what, I don't know why, but that's what we like, right? That's what we like. Number two is very important, all right? Once again, every man unanimously agreed on this one. Okay, ladies, so number 2. When we're out eating, no questions for the first 3 minutes. If we're at a restaurant and our food comes, no questions for the first 3 minutes. Don't ask me if I want to try any of your food. Don't ask to try any of my food. I'd like to sit down, enjoy my meal. We've already been waiting for 45 minutes. They forgot my water with lemon in it. I want to eat my food in peace for 3 minutes. That's it. Then engage me in conversation. Talk to me about your day. Yada, yada, yada. It's not like we haven't been talking, waiting for the food anyway. Just give me 3 minutes to enjoy my food, please. These are our demands. These are our demands. So yeah, give us time to like process, digest, and eat and taste our own food before you start coming over our plate, before you start asking, do we want any of your food? We don't. If we wanted it, we would ask, we would take it like how you do, except we would be like, we would probably wait the 3 minutes because like, what are you doing? So yeah. Also, this is an important one. On a more serious note, this is a very serious one. Stop entertaining men with no morals or principles for 2023. This is a must. This would fix society. This one right here, stop entertaining men with no principles or morals. This would actually fix society. Who you date tells us as men a lot about you. For example, if you date a criminal, that tells me a couple things about you. Number 1, you're not afraid to be around criminal activity. Number 2, if it comes down to it, you might do some criminal activity yourself. Got to be aware of that. And number 3, you were either raised without a father or you didn't listen to your father. In either case, it's a bad scenario, because if you were raised without a father, you're an unruly child who didn't really have a lot of discipline growing up. And if you were raised with your father, you ain't listening to him, so why would you listen to me? Women need to start picking men based on better character, based on better principles, better morals. And you can tell if a man has morals, I want to say, by who he hangs out with. You can tell if he's a man of substance or worth, not necessarily by how much he makes. And I'm not discrediting people who make a lot of money or anything like that. But that's not everything. These things aren't the worth of a man. Men keep their word. Men have morals and integrity, right? Values. There's too much picking people that do not have or represent these things. And it's harmful, because when they start raising children, or if they procreate, their children aren't going to have any morals or values. These are the people that contribute badly to society in the form of drugs, crime, all this other stuff. Women have the power to make the actual shift in the world. I don't think women realize this. You guys have the power to make the ultimate shift in the world. The minute you stop dating certain types of men cease to exist. The minute you decide your standard is your father, and your father is a good man, he's a good representation of a black man, a white man, or whatever race you are. The minute you decide my father's the standard, and let's just assume he's a good man. Only other good men the probability is higher for only good men to come from you than not. The probability is only higher for good men to come for you than not. I saw an image of, it looked like some rapper holding his child like this or whatever, right? It was so strange and so weird, not only because how he looked. Yes, but actually largely part and due to how he looked. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how are you procreating with these type of people? And no diss to the brother. He probably makes more money than me. Half the man. I can guarantee that. He probably makes more money than me, less than half the man I am. I promise that. I don't even know him. I can just tell by how he looks. I can see. We ain't going to get into it. I'm getting passionate. We ain't going to get into it. But yes, women, who you date tells us a lot about you. Start picking men off morals, principles. Money is a fine factor too, but just make sure they have the discipline, integrity, morals, ethics, and all that stuff down as well. I feel like I think if women or younger ladies listened to a big brother figure more, or their father more, they would not be in the type of situations they're in. Men know men better than anybody on the planet. And debatably, men know women better than women do. I'm not going to lie to you. We probably do know you guys better than you guys know you guys. So it's like, rely on the people that you value as far as all the things I named. Discipline, integrity, morals, ethics. Find a figure like that to be in your corner, and he will not steer you wrong as far as mate selection. This last one I'm going to mention is more culturally geared, more towards black people. So if you're not black, you don't have to necessarily abide by this one. Black people, stop embarrassing us. Stop embarrassing us. Embarrass yourself, which you really can't do either, but stop embarrassing us. Stop making us look like clowns on the internet. Stop fighting with Suzanne from sales because she couldn't get your pink bag or your blue whatever. Stop fighting with Ronald at McDonald's because he forgot cheese on your burger. Stop it. Stop it. Black people act the most dramatic and loud out of every group of people. And don't get me wrong, it is only a certain type of black people that do this, right? The Negroes, I call them, the ghettos. Used to be one of them myself, kind of, not really. I always knew. I always do. Anyways, when you're out in the public, you represent your family, but more than your family and yourself, you represent us, black people. You represent us as a race. You represent who we are. The actions you do make us all look bad. Same way, and it goes for any race, but I'm talking specifically to my race. I can get on white people's case too. I'm not going to because I'm here for black people, right? I'm here for black people. I could get on the Asian man. I'm here for black people though. So don't ask why I'm specifically talking to us, because I care about us more than anyone else. So yeah, I don't think everything needs to be on level 10, black man and black woman. Tone it down. It don't need to be on level 10. I understand disrespect, and I understand not liking how something goes. Losing your mind over the situation, though, is not it. I don't know what happened in that airport brawl that I saw, but that is not it. Not the place. Number one, not the place. I heard it was 6:45. Not the place, not the time, and not the environment. Place, environment, same thing, I know. But no, we got to do better. We have to do better. It's extremely embarrassing when things like that happen at an airport of all places. It's ridiculous. So black people, stop embarrassing us as a race. Stop embarrassing us as a culture. Black men and black women. This goes for both. Okay? This is 2024. Let's try and do new. Let's try and do better. Let's not even try. Let's do our best to do better. Let's do our best to continue to grow and be new. That was the last topic I had. Do I have any other demands that I want to share with you guys? No. I can talk about the upcoming videos though, and might get into those a little bit here. So the upcoming videos that I want to do, I want to talk about self-esteem and how certain things enhance your self-esteem and certain things add to the detriment of your self-esteem. One of those things that add to the detriment of your self-esteem is the image of Barbie. And I want to get on how that image and how when young girls at a very young age get these toys and it's almost psychologically planted in their head to become this, it's going to be a whole breakdown. It's going to be good. You guys are going to really appreciate it and like it. But I want to talk about that. I want to talk about college. Who college is for, who it's not for, if you should go, if you shouldn't go. I'm going to break down that whole dichotomy for college, because my experience with college was a good experience. It wasn't a bad experience. It was a good experience, but I very early learned on college is not for me, at least not at that time. Maybe now, but not at the time. But yeah, where we at? 18 minutes. Okay, I guess I just went for 2 minutes, so it's a 60-minute video. Okay, not bad.